Are you approaching retirement? You have a lot of questions. You think you might be late to the game? Well, we're going to talk about all that in today's video. Hi, I'm Larry Sprung, and the reason I am so motivated about sharing this topic with you is we recently had a family that we worked with that was approaching retirement, and moving this person's retirement date by 2 days saved him a ton of money in taxes. He had a deferred compensation plan that was scheduled to pay out to him a large sum of money within a quarter after his retirement date. So originally he was retiring at the end of September, and this large payment was going to come in the fourth quarter of 2025. Now, he worked most of the year, so this payment would be added on to his ordinary income for the entire year, pushing him to a much higher tax bracket than he was usually in. But by meeting with us, evaluating that, we suggested that he move his retirement date to the first week of October, only a couple of days away. And by doing that, it allowed him to push that deferred compensation payment that would have come in 2025, pushing him to a higher tax bracket, all the way to the beginning of 2026, in a year where he wasn't going to be working anymore because he was retired. Much lower tax bracket, saving him significant money. And this is just one of the ways that we help the families we serve. So if you're approaching retirement and you feel like you're a little bit behind, these are just a few things you need to know. You're not behind, you're just distracted by trends. You're being flooded with fire influencers, crypto hype, TikTok finance, and stories of early retirees. They're thinking, should I have done more? Is it too late? I would tell you this, stop comparing and focus on what matters now. You don't need 10 rental properties. You don't need to invest in Bitcoin. You need a plan that works for your life, your version of an ideal tomorrow. Be strategic about your version of joy. Make sure you're maxing out for your catch-up contributions. If you're 50 or older, you may or may not know you can contribute an extra $8,000 per year in 2026 to your 401k. And that's on top of the $24,500 annual limit for everyone else, those under 50 years old. So that's a total of $32,500 of potential tax advantage savings, compounding, and especially make sure you're taking advantage of your employer match. Don't miss this. It's one of the most overlooked late stage strategies. Make sure you're putting in enough money to at least hit your employer match. And I would add, Mitlin has a tax chart download that we can give you if you want to know more about maxing out and taking advantage of those catch-up contributions. You could also talk about delaying Social Security, using that strategically. Every year you delay past the age of 62, your monthly benefit grows by about 8% each year up to age 70. That could mean an extra 30 to 40% more income for life. And that's especially useful if you're healthy and have other income sources to bridge the gap. Just waiting a few years could unlock tens of thousands of more in lifetime income. You could also look at downsizing expenses. Now notice, I didn't say downsizing dreams. Downsize expenses, downsizing your home, your car, or even recurring subscriptions can free up some serious cash flow without sacrificing joy. Ask yourself as you're looking through these expenses, what brings me joy? What do I find joy in? And then cut around it. Get rid of those that don't bring you joy. And I'll give you a little bonus. A smaller home, not only can it reduce your expenses on the home, but it reduces property taxes, insurance, utilities, and maintenance. We all know bigger homes bigger bills. You know, retirement also, it isn't a deadline, it's a transition. If you're feeling like a clock is racing, flip your mindset. Retirement isn't something you win at age 65. It's a journey, not a finish line. Just because you have a retirement age for Social Security doesn't mean that you have to follow that construct. Reimagine retirement as a flexible phase. Focus on your lifestyle first and then back into the numbers. As you know, there are a lot of things to consider. And if you have more questions, we'd love to hear from you. Here at Mitlin Financial, we strive to bring joy to your money journey. With that, I'm Larry Sprung, and be sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss any videos, and we'll see you next time.